What are the best kombuchas to buy? Or what is the best kombucha to buy? That, my friends, is a very complex question. Fortunately for you, I'm going to answer it. So, who am I? I'm just a guy who's spent approximately $30,000 on kombucha over the past 23 years. Truth, I've done the math, and I've had thousands of kombuchas. Yes, I've made my own, but I don't prefer to anymore. I prefer to buy what's already there. So, that said, trying to find the best kombucha or trying to identify the best kombucha is a little bit like trying to identify the best kind of beer. The opinions are going to vary as much as the varieties of beer. It's a bit like trying to identify the best kind of wine. The opinions are going to vary as much as the numbers of different wines that exist in the world. It's like trying to identify the best kind of food. It's trying to identify the best kind of cars, etc., etc., etc. Clothes, shoes, it just goes on and on and on. It's a very subjective art. That said, I've narrowed it down for you, having had thousands of kombuchas in my life, and I've literally tried most of them that exist. There's a few, when I go to the stores, I'm like, I've never tried that one. But they're rare, and they're far and few between. Because whenever I see a new kombucha, I buy it and I try it, no matter where I am. So, I've narrowed it down for you. And I know I'm gonna miss a few in here, but c'est la vie. Here it is. There are basically three big ones, okay? You've probably seen all these. GTs, Health Aid, and Hum. Those are the three big ones that you see everywhere, okay? Out of those three, GTs is definitely the best. And Health Aid comes in a close second. Well, it's actually not a close second, okay? It's good. And Hum is good. And I will say this. Oh, there's also Brew Doctor. 4 big ones. Sorry about that. Those are the 4 big ones you see everywhere. I don't have any Brew Doctor or Hum. Actually, I do have one Brew Doctor right here. This is my favorite Brew Doctor. And I don't have any Hum because I didn't make it to the store to get any. Don't take offense, Hum. Out of those 4 big ones, GT's is the best, hands down. Okay? Now, a quick note. For those of you who prefer beer, go for Brew Doctor. To me, Brew Doctor is the beer of kombucha, no matter what flavor you get. They are the kombucha that tastes a bit like beer. I love Brew Doctor. They're fantastic. As I said, this is my favorite. Actually, I would say no, the hops, Northwest hops is my favorite, because that one really tastes like beer. But this one is my second favorite because it's very, very sweet and very, very good. If you like sweet kombuchas, sweet drinks, this is the one for you. One of the ones for you. There are many, many sweet kombuchas out there, trust me. This is the best sweet option from Brew Doctor. If you like wine, you're going to like Hum. Hum, a lot of their kombuchas, most of their kombuchas, have a faint wine essence to them. Okay? And the flavors vary greatly within that wine flavoring. Sorry I don't have any examples of Hum to show you. I went and I bought a whole bunch to make this video, and I forgot Hum. They're not inferior in any way to Health Aid or to Brew Doctor. Brew Doctor. Health Aid is more of your standard kombucha. and it just has its own flavor. It's more of a pure kombucha flavor. And as I said, this is my favorite, the Cayenne Cleanse. Highly recommend it. They have other good ones, such as the Pink Lady and the Bubbly Rose. Those are my three favorites from Health-Ade, okay? Now, as I said, there are hundreds, if not thousands of kombuchas out there. And every time I go to the store, many times when I go to the store, I find new ones. I.e., I just found this one the other day at Winco. I have just recently tried it. It's not bad. So, it's definitely not in the top best kombucha category though. And we're getting to that. So, now I'm going to narrow it down to the top 3, okay? And number 3 is Better Booch. This is not one of the big 4 yet. You notice I didn't quantify this in the big 4 because it's not there yet. I predict it will be. This is better. To me, this is better than Health-Ade, and this is better than Hum, and it's better than Brew Doctor. I highly recommend Better Booch. Trey and Ashley are the founders. They're doing a damn good job at it. Number 2 is a local to Northwest Washington. However, it's very popular here in Northwest Washington. So, for those of you watching around the country or the world, you may not be able to access it, but I have to put it in here because it's really flipping good. Kombucha Town. This is the second best kombucha on the market, guaranteed. I have tried it. I've been all up and down the West Coast drinking kombucha. This is number 2. If you don't have it where you are, look it up online and tell them that you want it. It's awesome. That's another one of theirs. And now we get to honorable mention. Another local, Leaf's Teas, because there's a category of kombucha called Jeune, and it's a cousin of kombucha, and it's not quite kombucha, but it's almost kombucha. There are many of those as well. This is the best, Leaf's Teas. And now we come to it, the number 1 kombucha on the market. And probably some people would argue with me about this, but as one who's been drinking kombucha for 23 years, I've had it all, folks. GT's is still the original and the best. When I started this channel, I issued a challenge. If anybody could find one better than GT's, I'd eat my hat or something. I forget what I said I would do, but it hasn't happened yet. Kombucha Town comes close. When I go to the store for a kombucha, I often choose this over this, but I always come back to this, okay? Now, if you're beginning with kombucha, which is why you're watching this video, possibly, probably, try GT's. And within GT's, there are probably 90 different flavors, I'm guessing, and variations. They have aqua kefir, they have elixirs, they have all kinds of things. They have mushroom drinks. It just goes on and on and on, okay? Within GT's, there are tons of varieties. I have got 3 of my favorites, okay? I'm going to give them to you in ascending order. 3rd, Lavender Love. I love lavender. It is one of the herbals. There is a whole category of herbal and floral kombuchas. Excellent. A number 1. Highly recommend it. Actually, A number 3. Number 2. The granddaddies of kombuchas. GT's Multi-Green. This stuff is flipping awesome, man. And it's probably the best one for you if I had to guess. It's just astoundingly good for you. It's all full of spirulina and Klamath Lake blue-green algae. Okay? It doesn't get any more healthy than that, folks. And now, as promised, the #1 kombucha on the market for taste, for effect, for all-around kombucha badassness, right here, folks. GT's Trilogy. Okay? This one you will find ubiquitously. It's all over the place, and there's a reason why. Okay? Even among all of GT's flavors, which are tons, I couldn't even tell you them all. I've been drinking so many over the years. This one is the one that stands the test of time. No matter where you go, you'll find GT's Trilogy, and there's a reason for that. It's just fucking great. Okay? Now, within GT's line, there is not alcoholic. Okay? There are alcoholic kombuchas. I've made videos on those. These are not alcoholic. However, kombucha does have a slight amount of alcohol in it naturally, like 0.5%, and that's not much. This one is the one that has the 0.5, let me see if I'm getting that right, has the very small amount of alcohol in it, okay? This one is the one that they have enlightened to take most of that alcohol out of there for people who don't like that and people who can't drink alcohol, okay? So, let me tell you, there's hardly any alcohol in here, okay? There's really not. But there's enough in there that some people need it to be labeled as such. Okay, there it is right on the front. ABV 0.5%. I was looking for that. There it is, okay? This one, alcohol content, nix, nothing. Okay, they've taken the alcohol out. So, if you're a newbie, if you're looking for the best kombucha, this is it. This is where you start. Okay? Because almost everybody who knows anything about kombucha and who likes kombucha likes this one. And there's a reason for that. The ingredients are simple. We've got GT's kombucha, which is kombucha culture, black tea, green tea, and cane sugar. The sugar is used in the fermentation process, it's not added in afterwards. It's a natural food that feeds the SCOBY that creates kombucha. Raspberry juice, lemon juice, and fresh pressed ginger juice, and 100% pure love. They put that on all their ingredient lists, okay? So raspberry, ginger, and lemon. That's the three that go into making the trilogy. The granddaddy and the best kombucha of all. Thank you and have a nice day.